you're a scalper, you know what it's like to win, and you also know what it's like to lose. Today's video, I'm going to run down what happened this morning on our snap trades system with QQQ, and I want to show you guys what happened here this morning and when we got in, when we got out. So the system triggered right here on this opening range break. So essentially, this is what the system does. It gives us a range from, and if you haven't seen any of our prior videos, I'm just going to kind of briefly go through this. It gives us a range the first 15 minutes, right? So this is the top, this is the bottom. Once it actually breaks this range, we'll go ahead and get in our trade either to the upside or downside. If the momentum is below this line right here, which it was. And so this was a perfect entry for the downside. Honestly, this looked very weak. And in fact, it ended up being weak, right? It ended up coming down all the way to 619.31 at one point. And so what happened here? What exactly happened? Why did we get in? Why did we out? So the first thing is we got in right here at the close. And so as soon as there's a candle close outside of the range, we go ahead and get in that position. And then from here, these are only 5-minute candles, and what a recovery it was the next 5 minutes. This was a big volume candle. And so this triggered our stop out right here. So in fact, so the option that I was in, it was just a very short dated option. It was about $70 loss. So really not that bad. In hindsight, it could be way worse because if you're a scalper, you know this, right? You know that if it can cut, because when it comes into this, it could easily then break this range, and it wanted to. It looked like it was going to. So right here, it bounced off of this line, and then it almost came up into the range to break it, but it never could, and eventually made its way back down. So probably around at this point, we would have been in profit if we would have held that. But you know, that's just part of scalping. That's just part of, you know, trading. You win some and you lose some. This one was a loss, but it would have been a really nice win here if we would have just held a little bit longer. So is there a takeaway to this? I don't think so. I shouldn't say I don't think so. Is there a takeaway? Yes, there is a takeaway, is manage your positions. And that's okay to get out even when, you know, because honestly right here, this would have been this could have continued to go with the upside. There was a gap fill right here. Then who knows what could have happened, right? And so this was a smart exit. We got in and out at the recommended settings. You can adjust this. And I was tempted to. I was like, well, maybe if I just push it a little bit, but you got to follow the system. There was a couple others. This is what I was hoping for. This was yesterday, or this was the 29th. And just the momentum it never even pulled back at all. It just continued to go to the downside, which doesn't happen a lot. That was kind of I don't want to say a fluke. There was no trade here. I believe that was just, that was too far out of the time zone. This was a really nice little breakout here. And so that would have been a pretty quick little trade as well. And then this was a really nice winner on Monday. So yeah, so we had 3 wins. This was on Friday. So there was another winner. And then we could just continue to go back as far as we want. But really what it comes down to it is, you know, with these systems is you just have to trust it. And that's kind of what I did this morning, and took a loss. But I'm going to be right back at it on Monday with a different mindset, and you know, I'll be raring to go for either a QQQ trade, SPY. We have a hit list. We have Tesla and Intel, AMD. We have a lot of tickers. Gold. Actually, no, I don't think we put that on there just yet. Gold is just a little bit so with this system. It just doesn't quite. You know, I think there needs to be some adjustments with it. And so that's kind of why we have this in what we're calling the beta stage. We're going to be adding more criteria. So maybe trades like this wouldn't actually take place because, you know, I lost this one, but maybe there's other criteria where maybe we wait for 2 confirmations instead of 1, or, you know, there's the thing about strategies is you literally could just, you could make them as complicated as you want. This is why I like having an indicator, or even just with a strategy, because you can add all this stuff and then it'll just do it for you, right? So that's why with you have a strategy like this and you're manually trying to do all this and you're trying to watch the charts and do all that kind of stuff, it gets a little bit crazy. And so that's why, you know, having a system like this is going to be good. So we're in beta stage right now. So here's a loss. You know, I don't want to do, you know, I'm not out here to only show winners. I did lose money on this trade. So, and that's just what trading is. Nobody's ever winning 100% of their trades. Literally no person on YouTube, no person on a blog post, on an email that they're saying that they're, you know, it's never true. And that's just the facts. So, yeah, so this was a cool little, lesson for me that, you know, I didn't really could do anything else, follow the system, and that's all you could do. And yeah, so that'll be that'll be it for this video. So if you guys want to check this thing out, there will be a link in the description. If not, you know, I'm going to be doing a little more content, maybe some more snap trades, maybe some live trades. I don't know. I don't know if you guys want to see it. I haven't really gotten a ton of, you know, a ton of views or anything on these videos. So I'd appreciate if you get a quick little thumbs up, maybe even a comment, maybe something that's saying, you know, oh yeah, I would like you to, you know, maybe trade some live stuff on, you know, some tickers that I like Tesla or, you know, Apple or whatever you're trading. I definitely could do that, but I would like to get some feedback. So if you guys would like to comment or anything like that, you know, feel free to do that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend if you're watching this before the weekend. And if it's after the weekend or if it's years after, I hope you're having a great day. So tell somebody, you know, tell somebody the same thing today. How's that sound? Do your good deed for the day. All right. Anyways, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys next video.